皆さん、こんにちは。Joanna です。Today we will be seeing the question words. The question words are super essential in order to use Japanese and also in order to understand it. And you've probably heard many of them already, watching TV, etc. So today we'll be checking out how to make sentences in Japanese and, of course, the question words. So let's go. First thing we need to learn is that we will use particle ka at the end of the sentence when we want to make a question. So all the questions in Japanese finish with ka. That's why you've probably seen a text and there is not the question mark. It's because in Japanese it's not really necessary to use it. They do use it many times, but it's not 100% necessary. If we finish with ka, that would be the actual Japanese question mark that we will say and write. Basically, if you finish any sentence with ka, it's already a question. For example, Maria-san wa gakusei desu. Maria is a student. Maria-san wa gakusei desu. But if I add ka at the end, I'm asking for it. I'm asking, is Maria a student? Maria-san wa gakusei desu ka? So I finish with ka. Usually I also do like the pronunciation of question. But Maria-san wa gakusei desu ka? I am already asking if Maria is a student or not. The same happens with more complex sentences, more long sentences, for example. Do you study Japanese at 4? Well, let's put a name to that person. Is Tanaka studying Japanese at 4? Tanaka-san wa 4時に日本語を勉強しますか? So the actual sentence is Tanaka studies Japanese at 4. Tanaka-san wa 4時に日本語を勉強します. But just by adding ka, I transform it into a question. Tanaka-san wa 4時に日本語を勉強しますか? And I already making a sentence, a question with it. But, of course, as in English, we have the question words, meaning what, when, who, etc. The most common one that probably all of you already know is what. So what is nani? Nani?
Nani?
Nani? Nani? Nani?
何
何よ
何
何
何何
So just saying nani means what? Nani? Nani? But if you want to make an actual sentence with it and finish it with ka and everything, this actual interrogative would kind of change. Actually, asking what is it would be 何ですか? 何ですか? What is it? 何ですか? After this, I have no idea what happened. I actually was just seeing the video and I noticed that the quality was super low by the first 3 minutes of it. And I'm super sorry for it. I have tried to improve the quality. It looks like it was recorded that way. I don't know. I have no idea why, but that's what my computer did somehow. And yes, I'm super sorry. I will still edit this video and I will still upload it because I feel like my explanation was very on point. But yes, I'm sorry for you to have to see this horrendous quality, this extra super low quality. ごめんなさい. For example, if I want to ask, これは何ですか? What is this? If I want to ask, what is this? I would use this. This is これ. So I would ask, これは何ですか? What is this? これは何ですか? And I could answer, for example, これはノートです. This is a notebook. これはノートです. First, we will use the question words with this. This is to be. Let's say it's not exactly to be, but we use it as the equivalent to the verb to be of the English. So we will first use it with this and adding ka. So very basic sentences. Who is this? What is this? When is it? Etc. Next one is 誰. 誰 is who. Of course, again, I could use it by itself. I can say 誰? 誰? Meaning who?
間違いありませんか誰これはすみません
But it's very informal to use the words by themselves alone. We would usually say 誰ですか? 誰ですか? Who is it? 誰ですか? Moving on to the next one. The next one is なんで? なんで? Nande means why, and you've probably heard it before. Nande, why? So if if I want to ask why, I can say なんで by itself, なんで but again, it would be very informal, or I can add ですか so なんでですかなんでですか why なんでですか
なんであいつなのなんで僕じゃないの
And then we have also どして that means exactly the same. It means the same as, it's why too. It's the same as なんで but another way of saying it. So I could say どうしてですかどうしてですか why is it? Why? どうしてですか But yeah, I heard なんで more times. So I think なんで is more common, but I explain both of them because both are the same and you can hear both as well. Then we have いつ. いつ is when. So yet again, I could say いつですか When is it? いつですか I could also say, for example, when is the party? パーティーはいつですか When is the party? パーティーはいつですか Then we also have どこ. どこ is where. So どこですか Where is it? どこですか携帯はどこですか Where is the phone? 鍵はどこですか Where are the keys? So どこ would be where. どこ.
どこにいたのさ my princess
Then we have two question words that can be a little bit confusing. It would be which or which one. The problem is that in Japanese we have two words to say the same thing, which. So we would have on one hand どちら and on the other hand we would have どれ. So what's the difference between those two? So I will ask or use どちら when I have two options. Which one of those two is, for example, your phone? So when only two options, I would ask どちら. Someone asked me, can you pick up my phone? There are two phones on the table. I could ask どちらですか? Which one of the two? どちらですか? But if I had 3 phones or 1,000 phones, I wouldn't ask どちら. I would use どれ. That we'll use どれ for more than 2 options. So if there were 3 phones on the table or 5, I would ask どれですか? どれですか? So which of the 3, 4,000 is your phone? So どれですか? Please keep this in mind. It's super important that you know the difference between どちら and どれ. Last but not least, I would like also to explain どんな. どんな is what type. The problem with どんな desu ka is not a sentence that we would ever say because どんな it's what type. So what type of what? We need more information. But it is true when we are meeting someone or we are talking about hobbies or we are just talking in general, we do use どんな. For example, どんな音楽が好きですか? What type of music do you like? So we will also be checking that later. Thank you so much for watching this video. In this video, we were just introducing the interrogative words, but keep in mind that I will be posting a video, not probably the next day. I will be posting a video about how to use them into, let's say, more complicated sentences. Today, we just learned the words. We just learned how to use them with this. And please try to memorize those words for the next video. So on the next video, you will be more, let's say, you will know what the words are, so it will be easier for you to understand how to use those words into more complex sentences. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. またね、ありがとう。